and welcome back to the LEC as SK defeated Rogue in what was an important game in their race for playoffs, and I have Treatz with me to talk about this amazing victory. Thank you so much for joining me. I talked to your coach just before the game and we said that especially in the early game today, SK needed to be careful playing up against Rogue, and I noticed that you were roaming a bit more than usual. Can you talk me through the early game plan and how it affected also Jesu on the bot lane?
Yeah, I think in general I tried to pressure the map a bit more than usual because I know that Rogue and team fights, if they don't have a lead, is not that strong. Mm-hmm. So yeah, our game plan was kind of to stabilize early game and get some leads where we could with our high CC champs like Ryze and Leona. And I think in general it worked out. I had some missteps here and there, but I kind of had to play the aggressive engager for my team as the Leona, so I think it worked out.
This still has some good arguments in the later stages of the game, team fights and scaling especially. Were you worried that they would come back, and how did you prevent them from doing so?
I don't think we were worried. I think it's because it was our first stage game as well. It was kind of slower than what we would have hoped, but I think everyone trusted each other and listened to each other, and I think that's the most important. And we're confident in our late game. We always had good late games. It was just the early games, but if we can have good early games as well, then we take the wins.
Yeah, we take it. Anyway, a couple words maybe on Rakan's build. We know that Trimby loves his Everfrost on Rakan. What's your take on that, especially against this team? Because I feel like when you don't have that much range, maybe it's a good choice for items?
I mean, it's for sure it helps when they were killing me a few times because they had good CC chain. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone Merc Treatz, but in general, I think it's kind of like a cheesy build. Yeah. And when they fall behind, I think the angle for comeback is a bit harder just because every fight he just disappears. Like Powder from Arcane just one-shots him. But yeah, I think it can work, but it's a bit cheesy.
Yeah, super cheesy, and we got to see it in action finally. Last question for you, Treatz. You played your first game of the year on stage, especially during a week where you can't afford to lose when you think about playoffs. Do you think it gave you a buff today? Because thinking about the new players, especially searchers in the mid lane, I was really wondering how it would pan out. And you're going to be playing all your games on stage this week, so maybe a boost you guys needed?
I mean, having the last 3 games that matter on the stage is definitely fun. I think we all played really good on stage today and everyone was confident, so I think it will be a buff for us, and everyone wants to see XL not make playoffs, right? So then you have to cheer for us.
The hope is still alive for you guys. Actually, thank you so much, Treatz, for the interview. Good luck tomorrow against XL. And Shox, back to you for more on this game.